right, check it out. We're going to check out a really cool collection here. For anybody, any old heads, you grew up reading Wizard magazine. Um, this is their collected edition of book covers. Let's check it out. All right, here it is here. Let me get rid of some of this nonsense on my desk. Get out of here. Let's get this out of here. All right, check it out. Wizard Big Covers book. This is the first 100 covers of Wizard magazine. Pretty dope book. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, a bunch of unpublished work in it as well. Things that were passed over by Wizard magazine. Yeah, Wizard was a really big part of my early teens as far as a being a price guide, and would show you articles of new books coming out and all that. It's basically kind of like what MTV is to music, Wizard was to mainstream comics. So, and of course, you got a Casada introduction here. They were really, really big on commissioning artwork from Casada and Bart Sears in particular. Those two I remember. I don't remember a month where they were not a mention in one of these magazines. But it had pretty good reach too. I do remember some of these books were pushed so heavily. I think Wizard magazine was partially responsible for the high sales of a lot of these books. Let's see here. We got Wizard magazine #1. Prior to this, Shamuses were creating their own Wizard magazine that they were sending to comic shops in ashcan editions. And I'm pretty sure recycling old like black and white art like ASM 301, 300, whatever, things like that. So it's kind of ironic that they got a toddy cover right here. I actually did an homage to this piece too as well, because I love this cover. I got several copies of this right off the newsstand. I bought them just because I was like, it just felt like something special. Super glossy cover too, really nice paper. Yeah, the book kind of served as a price guide, but I feel like most of us buying it, we weren't really referring to it as a price guide unless you were trying to see if between this month and this month, if your Ghost Rider 1 got a bump in $2 of value or whatever it was. So right here you get to see the McFarlane Wizard #1 cover, collector edition. Take note. And then every month they would actually usually do 2 covers per month, but that didn't start until a few issues in. So #1, you got the Todd McFarlane cover only. Issue 2, you got a Javier Solitaires. I always thought this would have been a lot sweeter if it was a Teixeira, because Mark was already working pretty much full time on inks over Solitaires, and then also he was the artist on like Punisher War Journal, I think, at the time. So, and taking over the Ghost Rider comic full art, pencils and inks. So let's see here, and then also Javier Solitaires, a rising star, hot up and coming on Ghost Rider. So excited about the project, which is Ghost Rider and also promotion on the Wizard cover. He worked up 2 covers. This is one that was unused right here. So you get a little peek at something that did not come out in Wizard Mag. I actually think this one's a lot better than this, personally. You're going to hear me say that a few times about some of these, because there are absolutely some covers that are better than others in here. Wizard #3. uh, one cover. So it was Eric Larson working on Marvel Comics Presents at the time. Savage Dragon was still prior to development. This is like pre. This is right before Spawn and Youngblood and that really hit the fan. Uh, you get to see right here though. Check it out, Eric Larson Wolverine that was used, unused. Lobo almost made the cover to number 3. Um, and Wizard was really big on whatever was hot at that moment. Lobo was a pretty hot property with Bisley, um, specifically with Bisley's artwork on the Lobo miniseries. But yeah, it's interesting. Oh, it says right here they actually approached Liefeld for a Wolverine cover. They're basically saying here, still looking for that elusive Wolverine cover, we approached artist Rob Liefeld. After his deadline came and went, he missed the deadline that they set for him to get one piece of art in. We continued our proud headless chicken tradition, and 11th hour found saving grace of Eric Larson. So Eric Larson delivered. So yeah, Liefeld missed out on being one of the first 3-issue covers here. Let's see, we got the Batman cover. Okay, so then you introducing Bart Sears, right? I think Bart at the time was working on Eclipso for DC. It was like a miniseries, I think. The first issue always annoyed me because it had an actual gem like glued to the cover, so I always felt like it was going to wreck the books in front. So my copy, if I still have it, I had a backboard in front and in back of the book, as so that gem or emerald thing that was affixed to the cover wouldn't damage the book in front of it. Um, but anyways, yeah, Bart's artwork. This era here is my favorite era. Bart, like 91 through like 96 maybe. Just really, really impressive dynamic work. Super energetic. They show an unused Bart Sears cover right here of Wonder Woman. I think Batman was the right choice. Wizard was that was another thing too with these covers, is you'll notice uh, the colors here. So it says McNabb on colors. I could have sworn it was, okay, I guess it is McNabb. For some reason I thought Nelson was providing colors on something here, but I guess I'm wrong. Wizard 5. So you got the Silver Surfer cover here by Ron Lim. I got a buddy, big time simping on Lim and the whole run of Surfer. I picked up that issue 50 because it had the bubble foil Surfer. That was kind of cool. I couldn't really get into Infinity Gauntlet that much. I was too addicted to the artwork of Todd and obviously Silvestri and Jim Lee and that. It didn't really appeal to me that much. George Perez to me wasn't enough of a sale. Just Thanos just never felt like a really fun character to me. I prefer Perez on the Titans books actually. So we get to see that, and then right here, Joe Jusko. It says, oftentimes we assign 2 covers at once. Unfortunately for painter Joe Jusko, his Deathlock cover right here, he did a Deathlock. That's actually a pretty nice painting. Didn't make the cut because the character's waning popularity. This is something they talk about in here a lot, is they'll commission a piece of a character that is hot, but then the following month, maybe the series ends or the artist bails. So they're like, you know what? Why are we going to promote this for a cover piece when this other thing is the new hot commodity? So that happen. It seems to happen a lot with Wizard magazine in particular. Getting the piece and then last minute pulling the plug. Issue 6 here. This is the first variant. Yeah, I got the green cover. Never owned the gray Hulk. So you get 2 color variants here. You get the green Hulk. Oh, Sam Keith art, by the way. And this is around the time when all of us, I think what might have sparked this is the Spider-Man launch. Spidey had 3 covers. So when Spidey 1 came out, there was 3 covers plus like the store exclusive Chromium or whatever it was, which none of us were able to buy because shop owners weren't letting those go. So Wizard recognized that and said, hey, let's take all the lunch money. Kids don't need to eat. All right, Wizard 7, 2 covers here, both by Whitman, Bart Sears. Actually, no, that was a Barry Windsor Smith. That's right. Exo Manowar. Yeah, because Wizard got somehow or another, they really started pushing anything Jim Shooter was connected to. So, like Valiant, right? And then there was something else, Warriors of Plasm or something like that. I don't know. Those were books I wasn't collecting at the time. But, anyways, yeah, you get a Bart Sears right here, Flash. I did get this one here, which is a Barry Windsor Smith. I don't know why I said Bart Sears on that. I never even saw this cover. So yeah, 7A or 7 and 7A. It should be 7A, 7B, but their numbering convention is dumb. Wizard 8, penciler inker Will Spartaccio. Totes my goats, man. I don't know anyone that didn't get this cover. I don't even remember this Superman. It says halfway through the production cycle, them putting this magazine here together, Marvel asked if they're interested in debuting a new X-Men character on the cover. First time a major publisher reached out to Wizard. First exclusive story as well. So apparently this issue also has the first exclusivity to a character launching in a major series by a major publisher. Everything prior to this, it's a fanzine. So right here, it sounds like it kind of solidified them as being taken note of by a major pub. I think his Wizard mags were selling probably as good as comics, to be honest. Some of the, I imagine six figures as far as sales numbers. Oh. Okay, so it looks like Bart Sears did create this cover, and it just, for whatever reason, they said it was too expensive. That's a weird. I don't know. That's weird. I'm not gonna get stuck on that cover there. Wizard 9. This is the one I got. Bart Sears working under the moniker Whitman. Never made sense. Dude, his artwork is so. No one else draws like this in comics, especially 91, 92. Literally everyone was cloning Liefeld or Lee, and that was it. You had a few people that were holding on to their heartstrings of hoping Michael Golden gets hot again, and that just wasn't going to occur till later with Brandon Peterson. But Peterson got in as a Jim Lee clone himself, so yeah. So it looks like we got issue 9. There was the one cover here. Was this a cover as well? Okay, so see again, Sears. So this was going to be a cover here with Joker, but they said it didn't show enough of Joker on it, so they went with this one here. I remember seeing layouts to this piece. Wizard 10, Cable and Shaft. This piece right here, obviously by Rob. So I guess 7 months later, Rob had time to get a cover together for them from the initial time they asked him. And then it looks like there's a Kelly Jones cover right here, which was unused, of Sandman from Vertigo. Man, they're throwing some shade. To date, the most challenging Wizard cover of all time. All right, let me start over. I'm gonna get through 100 of these guys. To date, the most challenging Wizard cover of all time. Originally planned as a Sandman cover by Kelly Jones, So this was their first idea. Liefeld called right at the last second, the 11th hour, to confess he wasn't having fun drawing the Sabretooth cover we assigned him a couple of months prior. He requested to draw another mutant, Cable, having chased Liefeld for a cover since issue number 3, and with his assurances that he'd complete the cover on time, we rescheduled Sandman, though it never saw print. As the deadline loomed, his cover arrived with 2 surprises. It was drawn to incorrect cover specs, and alongside Cable stood Liefeld's new Image Comics character, Shaft. When Marvel execs, still burning from Liefeld's exit to form Image, caught wind of this, they urged us to rethink the cover. So Marvel was pissed off about this cover. Matter was settled amicably with the cover shipping unchanged. Liefeld's art, which had to be altered to fit cover specs, remained a sore topic with Marvel for a while and only been shown in print once before. Okay, so before this is the only time they've really printed this here. I am going to add that when I worked at Extreme, this is 2 pieces of art. For anyone that doesn't know, I think that he probably lightboxed 2 older drawings because this Cable piece was a single piece of art. I remember seeing it in the junk drawer, but the lines are a little different. I think he lightboxed this. I think this was an original Shaft, and then he lightboxed this behind him. Lightbox ink is when you put another piece of art behind it and you basically retrace it. So anyways, that's what that is. Damn. All right. Wizard 11. Here we go. First cover was Spawn. Thank God. I was so happy when this book came out right here, this Wizard. Big Spawn fan. All right, so 11, you got a cover by Todd. Up here, it's an abandoned cover by Liam Sharp of Death's Head. Death's Head 2, right? So there's that right there. So this never saw print. Issue 12, I'm going to try to go a little faster here. Jim Lee with the Wildcats debut. This is an awesome cover as well. This one here was... Oh, so Jim Lee actually took the time, since the time that they asked him for a cover, he drew 2. He drew Wraparound and so he drew his own cover here for Wildcats, and then he also drew them the Wraparound cover here of Wolverine fighting Sabretooth, which was unused. They used it in a poster book, and it is also present in some of the Marvel omnibuses for Wolverine, I think, in the back. Which one would that be? I don't know. I got them sitting over here. I think it's for Wolverine Volume 3. It might be in 3. But anyways, I know this piece right here is printed a larger full scale in the back as a pinup gallery piece. So it's a pretty awesome piece, actually. So yeah, they didn't use this. It says that the Wolverine Sabretooth by Jim Lee was held for years to be used in a special event issue that never materialized. So they're probably going to use it for a cover, like a 1/2 book or something, and it just never came out. Wizard 13, you get to see 3 different covers here. They got a John Byrne, She-Hulk, pretty popular series when Byrne was in control. I think it's Jusco. Who's this? You got a Nelson cover. This is actually probably my favorite piece of art that Nelson has ever created. I don't think this is Nelson here too, though. Oh, it is. Okay, so Nelson also painted this Juggernaut Hulk. Hulk's too skinny. Yeah. This is the best pick of the I don't know. You know, they may have got me the first time on 2 covers with this one. If this one was used as well. Let's see here. We got a Art to Bear Wizard number 14 right here. Yeah, this is when Art took over on the X-Men series that was started by Claremont and Jim Lee. Good follow-up. I stuck with it. I thought Art to Bear's work at the time was fun. And he was also, I believe, was inking himself on the series too. already had me hooked because of the cable run. So yeah, I think Art has probably more inking credits than pencils, but very obviously knows what he's doing on a page and always has known. Scott Williams as well. Those always make the best inkers, inkers who can draw really well. Wizard 15, you got this gatefold cover by Will Spartaccio of Wetworks. This book took forever to come out. Worth it, but took forever. So I think this was the first gatefold cover, followed by another gatefold cover, which was the jam piece here. You got a Del Keown drawn an awesome Hulk pit. Sam Keith Max, Liefeld's uh, Lobo Blood Wolf character, and then Death Blow by Jim Lee. So this one was interesting because uh, uh, any of the sequential pages Rob was drawing of Blood Wolf here, um, really had my buddy was like, oh, he's trying to do Bisley, and I was like, nah, man, he's doing like Giffen, like Trencher Giffen, and then Jim Lee obviously doing his best take of a Frank Miller style with the Deathblow run, which I'm a huge fan of. I'm doing my own project, little side project in that style as well. And then we got a couple. I think these were unused. Whitman again, more Bart Sears. So again, Bart Sears already by issue 16 not only gets mention and hot artist in the insides of the book listed in the top 10, but also still raking in covers for Wizard magazine. So someone over there loved him a lot. us young teens noticed. Let's see here, She-Hulk variants. They're not saying it wasn't used. Interesting. So I guess like one was supposed to be for the East Coast and one for the West Coast. So I guess maybe East and West. I'm not really sure. They did weird stuff with the way they distributed these variants too, by the way. So sometimes you might think, oh, that's a rare one. No, it's not rare. It's just all those other copies went to like Ohio and Texas. Um, all right, so you get a Valiant cover here. Um, Dave Lapham with Leighton on inks. I'm sure Leighton probably hooked this one up. The layout feels a lot like a Barry Windsor Smith layout, but yeah, nothing real special. This was didn't want to break the run of buying these books, so I got that one. This one here, unused, I believe. Green Hornet cover, Todd Smith. Yeah, I'm not really sure about. Not really sure about why these were not used. Oh, this is what it is. It's the printing. So because they already committed to a gatefold cover, they couldn't commit to using a single piece without having this piece provided as well because of the way they have to set up their files, I guess. Interesting. I'm going to assume that's what it is. Awesome cover. Bart, you should have wrote Sears right there because this is one of the best pieces of art you've ever drawn. Wizard 18 cover. Man, I don't even care that you can't do this. I don't even care. This is an awesome shot right here. Everything about it, the inks, the pose. Uh, yeah, this is right. This is, man, one of Wizard's best covers in my opinion. I love that piece. This piece would have been really interesting. I would have actually bought both. You also get a Bart Sears Darkhawk right here. Darkhawk was a pretty hot series for Marvel. At least in my shops where I was going, it was selling out, and I was buying duplicates of every issue of Darkhawk, at least for the first year. I think I went back when issue like 25 came out or something and got that specific issue, but I kind of fell off. I think they changed the artist. Wizard 19. I do like this cover a lot, and here they make claims that it's one of their most popular covers. I think because characters and he draws them well. Yeah, no complaints. It's awesome. Right here you got an Etrigan cover, unused. Who drew this one? Valsimix. Okay, so yeah, this one was unused. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, Wizard making choices on what is hot right now. 1991, 92, Wolverine, top of the food chain with Marvel. You got a Max cover right here. Ah, should have did this one. So this is the one that they use on the interior front cover of the Sam Keith Artist Edition for Max. Full black and white spread, and now I know what it's from. You can see if you slice this in half, he drew this for the purpose of the gatefold. You'd have the inside cover and the front. So the front cover would have been this half here, and the inside would have been that half there, which shows the duality of the actual Max comic. But I guess maybe too much negative space, like that Wizard logo. I don't know. Maybe that's why they didn't like it. I'm not even going to read this right now. I'm only on 20, and I've been recording for 30 minutes. All right, Wizard 21. My opinion, Jay Lee in his prime. I absolutely love this style, love his approach, love his inks. Everything about it. Crazy anatomy. He's got the mixture of like Sienkiewicz and Bisley with these really some of the characters, they have a Patrick Nagel feel to the eyes and the nose and the lips, but then the contours are also kind of reflecting a little bit of Nagel if it was inked by Simon. It's really cool look. Huge fan, huge fan. A lot of these I'm pointing out that I'm saying I'm a huge fan. I have duplicates still in their bags with the cards because I am a geek. All right, and then I think this was the Melloway. Excuse me. They started the 1/2 issue thing where you could like mail away, pay postage or whatever. I wasn't cutting up my books though. Let's see. We've got a Joe Quesada right here. Look at that. Joe Quesada drawing Deadpool. Yeah. I'm trying to think what books were coming out at the time. So this is post beginning of Image. So I'm thinking like Executioner Song era, maybe. It shows another some ad created by. This is actually Quesada art here, believe it or not. He signed it with the Q. Let's see here. We got another Bart Sears. This was funny enough. He wasn't part of this, not that I recall, but it was the crossover Deathmate books between Image and Valiant. Yeah. So, anyways, pretty cool cover. It's weird. It always weirded me out back in the day, and it still kind of does, to see these characters drawn by someone who doesn't have a fully vested Image approach, like an Image 90s style. The characters feel lacking. Weirdly enough, though, these feel the Valiant characters. I always felt like Barry Windsor Smith and Bart Sears drew Valiant best. Little promo shot right here too. The Supreme and Solar right there. I got another Quesada cover here for the. We got Bane in there as well. Sword of Azrael, I think, was coming out. You got a new bat suit going on with some anniversary issue stuff going on with Batman. Promo art right here by Quesada for, I think this was a promo for the Wizard magazine before it came out. I think this was in the previous month. The line art to it right there. I just think how cool this would have been if it was Danny Mickey inks. Danny didn't really ink Joe until after the demise of Extreme Studios, the old studio I worked at. But I think that's absolutely the best that Quesada's work has ever looked. It was inked by Danny, Daredevil run. And then you get a Jim Lee Deathblow cover here. Promo art. This was also a card. Um, it's an awesome cover. In many ways, this is actually better than the covers he supplied for the comics, which is kind of weird. But he wasn't on the book for too long. Trevor Scott and Tim Sale took over the Deathblow series in a similar style. Shows right here, you got two variants here by Mark Bagley. You see here, he originally had an overlay. I think it was actually drawn as a Green Goblin piece right here. And then he drew an overlay of Hobgoblin that they used here. So they're like a color variant, right? Sort of. Yeah, the clouds look different too. So I'm pretty sure this entire thing is recolored. Probably the same colorist. But they said that the top right, the Goblin cover. Let's see here. Oh, so if you guys find the Goblin cover here, pick it up. They said only 10% of the entire print run was this. So any shop that ordered 20 copies only got 2 Green Goblins and 18 of this. So yeah, if you find that Green Goblin 26, they say that the print run wise, the Green Goblin is the 10% shelf variant of all copies shipped to shops. And then also you'll notice here too on the liner, they do make a note that look, no stars, no stars. They had the colorist get rid of the stars that he added to the original capes and hood. That's interesting. Let's see, 27, you get a variant, Bartman and another Jim Lee. Again, Wildcats. I feel like this is a more proper version of the Wildcats because like the earlier one was pretty green, fresh. Oh, Simpsons was 28. Did I may have actually skipped this one. If this is the only cover they have, then I did skip 28. Here you go. Here too, they make mention of it. The waning popularity of Maverick and Omega Red. Awesome Teixeira illustration here. Canned. Didn't even use it. Commissioned and unused. I did get this. Bart Sears Spawn Violator. Bart Sears also did the first the Violator miniseries. I think he only did 2 of them of the 3. I think it was a 3-issue series, but yeah, Bart Sears was involved with the Violator miniseries. I think Todd should have kept him on, to be honest. Give him some of the craziness. I just skipped over that, didn't I? Wizard Magazine 30. You got a Beavis and Butthead. Looky here, you got a Ron Lim Fantastic Four piece. That's funny. This would mark Bart Sears' 6 billionth Wizard cover. They're already noticing how much they utilize him as an artist. This cover's terrible. I'm so glad they didn't use that. Let's see, Beavis Butthead. I think this was a purchase and a discard. You got a Silvestri interview in this issue if anyone's interested in 30. Probably just a rehatch of everything that, same old. Some other covers here. 31. I got like 3 or 4 copies of this specific issue here. The Birth of Legend. 80s creators that missed the boat on their own ability to create their own Image comics because they were company men at the time. They decided that working for Marvel and DC was more important than capitalizing on their popularity. Finally decided to create Legend logo created by drawn by Mignola. And the books we had here, we had Next Men by Byrne, Martha Washington by Miller, Gibbons, Hellboy, obviously, Sin City Miller, some Sin City characters. Monkey Man and O'Brien, kind of short-lived. Art Adams, awesome art though. Totally suggest checking it out. Uh, uh, oh my gosh, Robot, I forgot the name already. And then you got Concrete, Chadwick there. Little Art Adams creeper right here. This is a cool fold out cover. I think it's actually a trifold. I think I'd have to pop one out. I think it is a trifold though. I think it's here and here. I think it actually folds out 3 times. Then the variant to it is I think this is a Fabry painting. It's an awesome painting though. Etrigan and Lobo, oh, it is a Fabry. Okay, so yeah, you get their full painting without a trade dress. But yeah, this is an awesome cover too. I think I have it. 32, Spawn Batman. This was a weird one because it has 2 moons. Yeah, they make, yeah, comical snafu. How many moons? Yeah. They drew a moon up here, and they also drew a moon down here. I point that out in the Batman Spawn video that I got. Is a cool cover. I'm not going to knock it, though. The artwork is awesome. You got Frank and Todd together, both with similar idea of a spot black shading. Just black and white. This piece is ridiculous. So good. Balint was pretty hot on Catwoman, so he got his own cover here on Wizard 33. Got a Mike Allred story in there. That's awesome. I'm a big Madman fan. Cover unused right here. You get another Balint cover. So they kind of shifted from Sears/Whitman over to Balint. Balint was the Catwoman books. I think he kind of rejuvenated them sales-wise with shops. Kind of the launch of the Bad Girl era. I feel like Balint was right there. He was surfing that wave. Oh, my cousin Derek. Derek Robertson cover here, unused X-Men piece. Derek Robertson, obviously, also Transmetropolitan. He's worked on a bunch of stuff. Wolverine. This little series called The Boys. You guys might have heard of it. I don't know how many copies of this book I have right here. This is right before I went to work at Image. Right before working at Extreme. My favorite cover of Wizard Magazine, and in my top 5 favorite Prophet images drawn by Platt. I did a big old homage of this as well. Prophet 35A. It also, if you guys find this in the wild, polybagged, recommend getting it. The poster alone can sell for like 40, 50 bucks. It's this image here, full bleed, and it's huge. It's like 24 by 36 when you unfold it. Awesome piece. Wizard 35. Hated it. This originally was a Mark Teixeira illustration. Look, Fleer did their little pre-AI. They did their own little digital painted looking thing where they were just generating these digital painted cards based on original popular art pieces. So yeah, hated it. This was a pretty dope cover here, actually. This one also comes with a large poster. Liefeld rejuvenating his own Youngblood books. I think I was doing some Bad Rock stuff at the time, I believe. Yes, I was. But for a different magazine, which is funny. It was for Fan Magazine, not for Wizard. Yeah, and then this cover here, I don't remember it. Don't remember that. But yeah, this comes with a giant poster. Extreme Sacrifice, I think it was promoting. Got another Casada right here. This cover's okay. Colors are a bit flat. You can barely even see a skin tone on Doc Ock right there. It's okay. This feels like a last minute cover to me. I don't want to read all this. It probably was. There's another one. Flare digital art. This right here is a complete paint over tracing of a Del Keown Hulk panel. I hate it so much. This is awesome. Casada drawing. He had these two characters. Well, Ash is the one, but the other one is Kid Death, which is weird. This reminds me a whole lot of Simon Bisley and Frank Miller's Big Bad Baby or Bad Boy. I forgot the name of it. I have the hardcover. I'm a terrible collector. I can't even tell you the name of it. But anyways, to be fair, I've only read it like 2 or 3 times. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad, so it stays in my collection. Wizard 37, you get another Liefeld cover here, again pushing Youngblood. Dan Panosian inks. Hell to the yes. So 37C. Okay, so this is A, B, C. This is the one that ended up in my hold box. Andy and Adam both tag teamed this. I don't know who drew who. I'm pretty, actually, yes I do. Adam drew Wolverine. Andy drew Sabretooth. And I know this because that is an Andy Kubert face. That's how I know that. They might have actually toggled back and forth with the body and the rendering, but I'm pretty positive this is an Andy. And the hands feel like Andy as well. Adam has a more stoic, deep black. The rim shading I'm not so sure about, but he might have been, yeah, these like heavy shadows that are dropping, that's a total like Adam Kubert styling. Unused right here, bunch of the I don't even know what's going on there. Tom Grummett and Kessel. It's a DC night. So it's sort of a cross-reference cover of Nightfall and the Death and Return of Superman. Hard pass. This one all the way. Kuberts take my money all the time too. I don't give them enough credit there, but they always have. He's got a Capullo cover here. I think this was Greg's first cover for them. Spawn and Angela. I got the Angela miniseries. Greg, fresh off, what was he working on? X-Force. Inking himself here too. Very different look from when Todd was inking him. This right here, game changer. I feel like Greg found his style. As soon as he was able to start drawing monsters and all this other craziness and the crazy angles, this stuff right here was adopted into the way he was approaching the Spawn pages. Yeah, game changer, big time. Frank Miller, this is the red cover here, number 40. Yeah, Sin City. Kind of hard to look at. That much red is just retinal burn. 300-page year ender. 41A, 41B. You got a Gambit cover. Ray Lago, and then you got a Sasso painted. I think I got this one actually. I think I got the Cyclops. Never been a big Gambit fan. That's janky. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's an older piece of art, but this is janky. I don't. Okay. Anyways, everything from here up is awesome, and that leg is pretty cool too. This one actually has a lot of holes in it too, but I like it more as an illustration. Bam, 42A and B. Both are awesome covers. I think I actually got the Avengers. I think I passed on this. The magazine raised its price, and I think I skipped out. Yeah, it was like $5 or something like that. Alex Ross. Alex Ross. Amazing artist. I remember this cover coming out. Scott Clark. Rest in peace. You know, anyone doesn't know, Scott Clark passed away many years ago. One of my favorite Wildstorm artists, right up there with Travis Charest and some of Ryan Benjamin's work, even Brett Booth, obviously. But yeah, Scott Clark was always interesting to me. This cover, so he was working on a Top Cow Wildstorm crossover, um, Warblade and Ripclaw, and it was a mini series. And I believe this was specifically to help advertise it. Um, Not gonna lie, this is one of the best illustrations from that series. Uh, I don't know if deadlines affected it. Some of the interiors on it are not that great. Artist burnout does exist. Gen 13, number one selling comic in America. So you got this J. Scott Campbell cover here. You had 13 variants on that Gen 13. He drew Gareb Shamus. There's no Steven Shamus in here. What's up with that? Um, he has a dope cover. And then Alex Garner, when Garner was still inking. Alex Garner has, I mean, he abandoned inking and became a full-time artist, and I can't blame it. His original artwork is incredible. Alex Garner. So yeah, Google it. Google Alex Garner's paintings and his covers and stuff for DC. They are amaze balls. You got 45A. What was B? Oh, you got, okay, Cap. All right, Silvestri. Enough said. Cyberforce by Silvestri. Everything about this piece is just wicked. It was a gatefold cover. I think I have 2 or 3 copies of that. Never picked this one up. Looks like another flare painting. Obviously, a paint over of another popular artist. AI before it was cool. No, I'm just kidding. Someone took the time to do this, but still, a copy's a copy. No respect. Just that method is just a terrible method. Let's see. You got 46. You got a Tom Grummett cover here. Sword of Azrael reference. Really cool design. I'm a fan of Sword of Azrael. 47 A and B. You don't even have to ask which one I picked up. You got the Superman's. It's okay. But that Bisley, get out of here. Simon all the way. Let's see here. Wizard 48. You got a Catwoman cover. You also got the Joe Mad gatefold piece here. And then they show some of the digital treatment. They were so impressed with the colors on this thing. Yeah, these were actually used as almost like that Fleer Flare flavor for some crap. I don't know, some trading card. But anyways, yeah, that's dope. Oh, look there. Again, Wizard started employing some of this Fleer Flare stuff. A colorist just says Jung. So it's a digital painter who traced the first issue. Again, Fleer Flare. I think this is an Andy Kubert illustration from a comic that they blew up and extrapolated, and it became a painted cover for Wizard. So wasn't a fan of these. I did buy this. I wasn't happy about it though. Wizard magazine here. This was a toss-up. Huge X-Files fan. Keelan Pitt's awesome. It's weird. They refer to these lollipops as Punisher lollipops. Only one of them looks like a Punisher skull to me. Well, 2. I just think of them as like skulls. I don't know if that was meant to be coloring. They should have just made those white, right? Not green. Anyways, you got Timmy here wearing a Pitt mask. And yeah, Del Keown's second cover for Wizard. This is actually hard to find in the wild. So if you find it... might want to grab it if you're a fan. I do remember getting this here. I had a thing for Julian. All right. Hey, look. Surprise, surprise. Another Bart Sears cover. What they say, the billionth time? It actually is a pretty cool layout. This is cool, and I remember I think it's a trifold. This is cool. I think it cuts right here on the original book. Um, oh, this is issue 54. 53 is right here. John Romita Jr. cover. It was fun. Weird pose, but I dig it. Feels more like a Dark Knight cover than a Spidey cover to me. But anyways, yeah, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was a trifold. Um, yeah, it's Marvel versus DC. You know, Batman, Captain America. You got Hulk and Superman. Storm fighting Wonder Woman, and obviously this would be a really cool one shot. It'd have to be written by someone like a Garth Ennis or something though, someone who like is not emotionally invested at all in these characters. Uh, Jim Lee again delivering 2 covers for 1 month. 55A, 55B, promoting his Wildstorm properties. The other one, Heroes Reborn, showing off, flexing on his ability to draw a reimagined origin of Fantastic Four. And this one here, I'm pretty positive about this. I don't think they show you the full piece. If this piece is not printed as a gatefold, I know for a fact there's an additional part connecting to this because I've seen the original art for auction to this piece. I've seen it on a site. So this is a double page spread minimum because I've seen 2. There are more characters here, so I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's a wraparound or those gatefolds where you'd have to open the front cover and the inside flap would open. So I'm not sure. They might have only used one side because this one was only one side. This is the one I got. Dark Claw, Amalgam, Amalgamagam. Who drew that? Gary Frank. Gary Frank, you got better. This wasn't bad, but now, big fan of Gary Frank nowadays. In this house, who drew that? Whitman. It says Bart Sears now. Okay, not a bad piece. Void of any and all hatch rendering. Interesting. Nice design. You got a cover here. This was that a cover? I thought that was a 1/2 issue cover. They might have repurposed this piece as well. But it's a Jim Lee. You got a paste up Jim Lee drawing Iron Man over a Liefeld Captain America. And then obviously the Alex Ross. I know I have this, but I feel like this was a 1/2 issue cover. I think I passed on the Ross because the Kingdom Come comics. This just felt like a rush. This felt like a very rushed job to me. I don't know. It was weird. Let's see. We got a Joe Mad cover here, 58. So we only did one cover for that one. Yeah, Uncanny X-Men Joe Mad. Some of my favorite Joe Mad work. That baseball issue was awesome. And then you also got a, let's see, 59, two covers. I think I did get the She cover. You also got, this can be Bill Tucci. You also got a Joe Quesada Superman. This illustration is nice. I hate the colors. I can't stand the colors on this. This one here, yeah, she's just a fun character. Fun to look at, even if you're not into the story. And Tucci always has a nice finesse to his work. Even the hand-colored original books, they don't feel too indie. Like, they feel like they're going in the right direction. They always have. So I was always a fan of the She character in particular. But yeah, like I said, this one here, this one would have taken my money over this, but those colors are just terrible. We've got another cover here. So we got 1661A. I got this one right here. Ghost in the Shell. First manga cover. Yeah, Shiro. Can't go wrong. It looks like there's a cover here too that was ditched. It looks like a layout by Alex Ross. Let me see. Yeah, so they were going to do a gatefold cover that was pitched by Ross for this issue of all these heroes, and they passed on it and took these two instead as single covers. Uh, this doesn't feel like a Bart Sears to me. He might have had some ghost help on that. I don't know. This does not feel like a Bart Sears illustration to me, even though the anatomy feels like it. It feels like someone doing in the style of. It doesn't feel like a Bart piece to me. But yeah, I got Shiro all the way. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell, Appleseed all in. Another Whitman cover here, Bart Sears, 61B. Get to see an alternate line art right here to it. I think the alternate one is actually better layout wise. This looks disjointed. This looks a lot more. This looks just more fresh. It looks more like she's avoiding this. This here just feels like they're like breakdancing. Got the J. Scott Campbell 62. Couple layouts here. This one was actually finished in inks by Tim Townsend, also X Extreme Studios, Tim Townsend. This cover's nice. Faces. It looks. I mean, J. Scott. J. Scott could sell some books. This is actually a really cool layout too. Maybe just a little too jumbled. I don't know. So I guess that was an ad. They're claiming it was an ad. I don't remember seeing this in color. But yeah, anyways, yeah, this was the one that I grabbed if there was no variant. Yeah, so that's one that I did get. Everything minus Spider-Man's face screams J. Scott. The face, maybe the angle. This is before he was doing all those covers for Amazing ASM. Let's see, Wizard covers here. Obviously, I went with the Turner. You got also unused Whitman cover here. Not hating. This is actually it's a nice illustration. Let's see, you've got a Joe Linsner, Angela. This is the best one. That's a good pick. They went with that instead of these two. 64A, 64B Spidey by Wieringo. I kind of like this layout more, but also Trade Dress would have covered up Hobgoblin, so maybe that's the best choice. What do I know? 65, Kevin Lau. Kevin Lau was hot for about 3 months. I'm just kidding. Kevin Lau stayed hot for a bit. One of the first artists to bring in a manga-infused American style Vampirella, and there was some book, I think it was called Cyberpunk. I own all of them. I just don't remember the name of them. It's been maybe I'll have to do an art for inspiration on them. Let's see here. Got a Tom Grummett, Batman, and Captain America. This looks really flat. I don't think I ever bought this. I did not buy this. I did buy this. This is kind of a. I don't think it's supposed to be an homage. Actually, I was gonna say that Steranko Hulk, but it's flipped. It's just different. I think it's just a display. Like she's kind of like the Hulk of the group. Good emotes here. You got he's obsessed. Girlfriend here's angry. Nice piece of art for that era of J. Scott. Awesome cover here by Jim Lee. 67A. This was never even on my radar. Carrie Nord cover. This is actually that's not a good illustration at all. This is awesome though. Jim Lee inked by Tom McWeeny, who later on McWeeny was inking Battle Chasers, right? Or was he inking J. Scott? Anyways, he was inking either Campbell or Joe Mad, but McWeeny had a really good run with his inks on those. Good grasp of thick and thins and dollops and just nice control. A lot of I'm looking at these fades and I'm like, yes, yes. Roger Cruz cover here, 68. Hard pass. I think I did actually get this one right here, just for the sake of having something to read. Not really a huge fan of either cover. Cruz later on ended up doing some work, I think, for Extreme, some freelance stuff. There was a point where the studio was hiring, they were farming out a lot of work to the Brazilian studios, who all worked under the same name moniker, but we all know it was a group. There's no way to finish a book in 8 days. Andy Kubert, Wolverine, 69A. That's absolutely the one I got. These are pretty cool layouts, too. It's a pretty cool layout. I do like the change, though. This feels very Silvestri Ripclaw to me, but that's pretty dope. I do like also that they allowed the overlay on top of the trade dress. Yeah, you got a Dark Claw cover here. Ty Templeton. It's okay. Not my style, but it's okay. It's okay. 70. Try to go through these faster. All right, so we got a Hulk cover by Kubert, my pick, and then I did get this one, and then also you got a Green Lantern cover here by Daryl Banks. Daryl Banks was on that Lantern book for a bit. What was it, Green Lantern 2? There was some series I had. I stuck with it for a bit, but yeah, Make Mine Marvel during a lot of this time frame. What's going on here? Who put their trash in my book? Let's see, we got a Quesada cover here. Batman and Joker. Colors feel a little too fun for the title. I think I got the Preacher cover. Yeah, I ended up getting actually a few of Dylan's originals. Man, Dylan's originals were crazy. I remember, this is a Fabry cover, by the way. He would draw on the back, and Chris Sprouse has the same thing. They would draw their pages backwards, and then they would flip it, and then Lightbox inks on the other side. So the original pencils were on the back. That's what I remember from the Preacher pages I got from WonderCon up in Oakland, California, when it was still in Oakland. He was selling for $50 a pop. I think I got some. I'll have to look. I think it was Preacher number 9. 7, 8, or 9. Anyways, another Joe Mad cover here, and a Mike Wieringo as well. Get to see the layouts here. That would have been dope as hell as well, but that's pretty sick. Got Maggot and okay, Dr. Cecilia Reyes. I wasn't reading these books. I was buying them for the art. Joe Mad, Carlos Pacheco, killing it. Those two killed it. Wieringo, Spidey cover. I don't even remember this on the shelf. My eyes, laser beam right here. Nothing else matters that month. These are all actually pretty cool covers for 73. Pretty cool. Pacheco, I think. It is. There you go. Pacheco, Palmiotti inks. Inks are okay. But yeah, I'm sure the pencils were awesome. Frank Miller, Sin City cover here. Also pretty great. I'm not going to read this yet. Howard Porter and John Dell, I believe, were doing the JLA book. I was a fan of those two. That was a fun series. The first year of it was fun. And yeah, there it is, Howard Porter. Oh, Palmiotti inked it though. Okay. Yeah, John Dell was the go-to inker on that. Very nice marriage of clean style with clean style. Right here, Take My Money, Allen. You also got a cover here by Scott McDaniel. He was doing some pretty cool stuff on Nightwing, but prior to this, did a Daredevil run in a Frank Miller-esque style. That was awesome. I really liked that run. Here's an unused Alan Davis layout. Um, they all look scared. That's probably why. You got the heroic pose versus the frightened family. So yeah, this one's the better choice. But yeah, it's awesome. Liquid colors too. Liquid colors. Chris Leitner and Arn Lucen. Also killing it. They killed it. This one here was actually a no-brainer. Alex Ross all the way. Wizard 75. 76. Duh. Silvestri Darkness. There's a layout here he didn't use that I think is pretty fun. Where is it at? Oh, you know what? It's not this one. It's not this one. There is a layout. You'll see it. There is a layout, a wizard layout that Silvestri did. It's a Darkling. Oh, it was the Batman crossover. That's it. Then you also got a cool George Perez piece here. You know, if you're into the Boy Scouts at the time, it was about the, you know, bad girls were kind of fizzling out and the gothic superheroes were kind of taking over. So, Darkness. Let's see here. You're in Blockbuster. I don't remember ever seeing this cover. That's not Capullo. Fred Fields. So Fred Fields did this cover here. Got some layouts here. Very Capullo-esque looking work. Then you also got an unused, I think it's Ed McGuinness. That is Ed McGuinness. An unused Ed McGuinness Deadpool cover for this issue. Simon Bisley Batman. So 97. What was he working on? Batman Dread, maybe? Perhaps. You got the Cliffhanger Jam cover. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know if any copies of this right here sold of the Spidey cover. I think all of us were grabbing this one here. Joe Mad, Ramos, Campbell. And then over here you had Steve Scroce. Not hating on Steve. Steve does good work, but it's hard to compete against these. You got three bangers in a row on the same piece. These were actually awesome. I wish I picked this up. I didn't. Chris Bachalo cover, X-Men. Love it. Who inked this? I think he might have inked himself. I think he inked himself. He even signed it with a Sharpie. He might have drawn this small because that's a huge signature. And then you got the Dave Finch Bat Ascension cover. This is an awesome piece too. This is the one that I went with though. These are all excellent covers, especially that South Park, right? That's funny. Artwork, courtesy of Comedy Central. It's just paper cutouts, let's be real. Got a layout here. You got the Linnell U cover right here. This is pretty iconic. This cover here, you're going to see me doing an homage to this here pretty soon. And then you also got a John Romita Jr. Colored by, I'm pretty sure that's Liquid. It was Liquid. Oh, Liquid colored this one too. Nice. This one here screams Liquid. It just has that rich red, purple, orange hard lights, nice glows. You know, they're using a hard light. They're not just screening white over edges and stuff like those Marvel colorists. But yeah, great illustration. Mark Farmer, by the way. Mark Farmer inks on this John Romita Jr. 81. George Perez or Ladron? Your pick. I picked neither. I picked neither. I think I was like, at this point I was like, well, I could buy that Wizard or just get another comic. There was a run where Wizard started kind of, it got a little redundant. Here we go. Finally, Porter with Dell. It's a nice cover. And then an homage piece right here by Sean Chen. Oh, inks by Eric Cannon. Nice. Eric Cannon. Used to work with him at Extreme. So glad he got a bunch of regular work. And I think Eric Cannon too, I haven't spoke to him in over 20 years, but he was inking Aquaman comics for a bit. He was a little bit older than me. I was 16, 17 at the time. He was like, I feel like he was in his late 20s. So I don't think we really connected on that level. He was kind of a little more Western. I was a little more city punk. So, but super nice dude. Really good inks, clean inks. Yeah, I'm always happy to see his name there. See him that he was getting work. Adam Hughes wraparound. I mean, Adam Hughes flavor is always hot. 83A, 83B. I'm pretty sure I got the Hughes. I'm pretty sure I got this actually because I remember. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that other one. Nothing against Alex Ross. Alex Ross, Astro City cover. It's awesome. It's awesome. Boom. Mike Turner Fathom. Totes McGoats. I don't know about this one here. I don't remember seeing this. That is a. It's a Waringo piece. I almost said John Romita Jr., but this is not Romita Jr. renders. The anatomy feels like JR though, doesn't it? Weird. All these layouts work. They all work. I hope Waringo had the opportunity um, to use that one at some point. I'm not sure. A lot of headshots here. Maybe he was going to do a headshot cover. Tim Sale cover. Superman, what was it called? All Seasons. And then who's this one here? Burchett, Avengers. I'm not a fan of that either. And then cover C. I didn't get any. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get any of these. Kevin McGuire cover. It's not bad. It's got liquid colors too. I don't know. It just I don't know. It doesn't really appeal to me that much. I got the Daredevil cover here. That's a Casada. Let's see who did this one here. You got Waringo on the Art Shores self inks with liquid colors. I think that would have been the better cover right there. This is one that's like straight up after Steranko right here, right? The Wizard logo would be crushed at the top, just like you did here. This one here, they're all three good. They're all three good. If I was an editor at Wizard, I'd be like, you just draw whatever your heart tells you to draw. But yeah, this cover is awesome. Who colored it? Haberlin, nice. So you got Brian Haberlin coloring this right here. Haberlin. Who doesn't know Haberlin? Haberlin coloring these as well, except for this one here. Dude. So Wizard 87 was the month of kick butt. You got this awesome Angel Medina Kiss cover, Psycho Circus, right? You got a Casada cover of Punisher, Marvel Max Punisher, right? Where he's got that glowy stuff. There's a layout right here, Teixeira. This one here is colored by Liquid. These are both Haberlin. This is an awesome piece as well. Spawn, Batman, Ghost Rider. I did buy this one right here. The back has always bothered me. This is a weird. I know it's sort of a flip-flop of this right here. I feel like maybe it should have been a front view in the arm. This should have been an arm. And maybe spring that loading this way with another arm, the left hand up here. I don't know. This back just looks odd. But also as Teixeira, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got judgy on that cover, Mark. Sorry I got judgy. I know it's perfect. Who did this one right here? Okay, Califiore. And then you got the Battle Chaser. This is the one that I got. I don't even remember this right here. 88 A and B. Joe Mad. There it is. McWeeny. McWeeny Innings. I was right. Wizard Magazine, number 89. We're almost done. Stick with me. Alex Ross or Jim Lee. I went with the Lee cover. Alex Ross is a homage to the Superman Spidey cover. Jim Lee's layouts right here. He chose similar to this. He kind of went went off and covered up a lot of the leg there. Probably just to make the character larger, so he brought in some other elements to kind of cover portions of him. Another Lionel cover, Lionel. Wolvie, got some layouts here. This is a better layout, by the way. Tomb Raider Witchblade crossover, got a Turner cover here. He used this for a Dynamic Force cover, I'm pretty sure. So they didn't choose this, I guess. They used this one. This specific layout, I'm pretty sure was a variant. 91, I bought this. I don't remember this either. Campbell, X-Men. You got the Chire Wildcat relaunch 2.0, and then you got a Undertaker cover by Rob Brown, inks by Danny Mickey. Rob Brown, all I remember is Marvel Comics. He did a Spider-Man book that was pretty awesome. It was very McFarlane-y, and he also did this weird McFarlane J. Lee mixture of a style on an Iron Fist book that I got. And then I don't remember seeing his work anywhere else after that. Kevin McGuire, I don't think I bought any of these. There you go, first photo cover there. Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy, you got a Linsner and a Kevin McGuire. I skipped them all. Nice illustration right there of Dawn, though. This is the cover here I was talking about. I'm going to ignore this one. This is like America's Best Comics, whatever. Gene Ha. Not going to hate on Ha. I love Gene. Top 10, man. Top 10 is in my top 20 for story arcs, for sure. Awesome comics. There you go. There's that layout. The Darkling wearing Batman's cape was not used. Thank God. This is a great image right here. But it is funny. That'd be a great trading card if Mark ever fleshed it out. And then you also got this Joe Mad Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman piece. I don't know what this is promoting. I think at this point people are just sort of like, what characters are people talking about? Same thing here. You got like Bad Girls by Adam Hughes. You got okay. Obviously, you know which one I bought. Let's see, another Comedy Central produced art. Then you also got an Alex Ross. Wizard 96. I think this is the only cover ever produced by Brandon Peterson, if I remember. You got the layouts right here too. These layouts are awesome. I think this would have been a cool cover. So they kind of did this thing, but he kind of flipped the hand. I really wish there was an Arcanum cover. And then, oh look, you got a Pikachu variant. Another photo cover, and then you got another Campbell, Alex Garner. It's pretty fun. Cool layouts there too. I'm sure those got recycled at some point. They're too good not to. A couple covers here. Let's see. Another one. This is just like animation cell art collage together, or you can buy an original artwork version cover by McGinnis. Ed McGinnis. Who inked it? Jason Martin. Digital Chameleon. I think that they were working on a Superman book at the time, so that makes sense. Joe Jusko, Darth Maul for issue 99, or you can get the Alex Ross Batman. They should have just got rid of the Wizard logo and thrown all that info on the back. This is actually, I've seen the full illustration. It's pretty awesome. Covered up way too much art. And then also, for their issue number 100, they called it 2000 because like Y2K, I guess. So you got a couple covers here. You got a Kevin McGuire cover, and then, oh god, Adam Warren. Yeah, got a Warren cover here. Another artist that kind of brought manga fusion into the mainstream. And then you got the Alex Ross cover of this giant piece, and they just were like, we'll use that part there. This was a layout, a Joe Quesada layout, which was the art direction for these, I think. I think that this was the layout that these two artists used specifically. But yeah, Joe Quesada producing that layout, and then that really cool full painting there. I don't remember seeing this in print anywhere. I don't remember this. It's probably in a book staring me in the face, and I just don't remember it. Right. 100A. Wait a minute. That was issue 100. Oh, you know what? This was a one-off. It's okay. Okay, it's a Y2K one shot. My bad. They didn't change the numbering convention. Okay, 100th issue. Also, by the way, issue 99. I'm pretty sure comes with a Stephen Platt poster as well. I think you'd have to buy a bad copy and let me know. I think it comes with the poster for like Soul Saga or something like that. But anyways, issue 100 here. You got an Alex Ross cover and a Carlo Barberi. Oh, it was a contest winner, Carlo Barberi. Funny story. Barberi, I actually did the very first published inks I did as a ghost inker. I'm not even an inker at the time. This is like 1998, maybe 97. Was over Barberi. It was on a Battle Angel book, I believe. Yeah, I was asked to not take credit, and they would pay me extra because they solicited it not as me as the inker. So it was like 2 months away, and they were like, we got all these uninked pages. And I was like, I'm not an inker. And they were like, we don't care. This book just has to come out. There's no one here that can do this. I was like, fine. Got paid. Yeah, so you get to see the pencil, ink, color, or layout. I should say that's not pencils. His pencils are way better than that. That's layout, inks, and color. Some more layouts for this specific cover. Man, this is way too much preliminary. That might be what my eyeballs probably seeing the loss of life. When you got too much preliminary work behind a piece, it just destroys an image. Oh, check this out. This was a ash can. They used to hand make these. The Shamus brothers. Seamus. And yeah, they used to send them. It was like a promo thing to get shops interested in ordering the Wizard magazines before Diamond. These things are pricey right now. All right, so that's it, guys. There we go. 1 hour. Holy moly! I think this is the longest art for inspiration video ever. But there we go. If you're interested in this, they're pretty easy to find. A lot of people flip them. If you're a fan of art, fan of Wizard magazine, fan of these artists and these covers, pick it up. It's not going to break the bank, I guarantee it. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching.